This is Robert Martellacci, the MindShare Learning Report, Canada's Learning and Technology e-magazine. And welcome to This Week in Canadian EdTech MindShare TV Learning Moment podcast with top 30 under 30 winner at Riipen, co-founder, CEO Dana Stephenson on recently landing $36 million in funding to provide work-integrated learning for post-secondary students in Canada. Dana, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Robert. Pleased to be here.
Awesome. A little bit about Dana. He's a graduate of the University of Victoria in business, and he's recognized for his performance, and he's quickly promoted into management positions, giving him a view of the growing organizations. And he was inspired to start Riipen as co-founder and is now CEO. And wow, what a journey it's been for you.
Absolutely. You're taking me back. I mean, this really was a product, a company with a mission that was born out of the University of Victoria by students, for students. And, we're just so pleased by the impact that we're making across Canada and now really the globe.
Well, that really speaks to the notion of work integrated learning that we embrace here, and having those experiences that really sparks ideas and really incubates things for people, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. I mean, students are going through their higher education, they're learning a ton, but most of the time in school, you do a ton of projects, but they're fictitious. They're made up by the professor. They may be on a real company like Dropbox or Coca-Cola, but often that's the case study. You don't actually get the chance to really engage with anyone from those organizations, and they never get a chance to really evaluate your ideas and mentor you and really. A lot of the skills that are being developed in those projects, they're often get trapped in academia. So it's difficult for a student to showcase them, to help them build their professional network, to gain the experience, and then of course leverage them to land employment. So that's why I'm particularly fans.
Well, that's and we were talking off air earlier about the experience we had in our logo selection, and we tapped into the minds of high school business students with our 3 logo concepts, and I had them make the final selection for us, and it was the best one we had in my estimation. So when you give kids agency and you challenge them with real world experiences, they really do rise to the occasion.
Absolutely, it's incredible. We have a whole wall of love with video testimonials, written testimonials, audio testimonials. You can really feel the energy.
Amazing. So talk to me about and congratulations on the recent announcement. Riipen's Level Up remote internship program enters a second round and of work integrated learning. $36 million is quite a sum and quite an opportunity to make an impact on students across Canada.
Absolutely. It's been, the first program launching it was really launched at a time in need that the pandemic had hit. Many students were facing barriers to access traditional internships, co-op opportunities, apprenticeship opportunities. Employers, in fact, we found that they still really wanted to work with students, but they had to get used to this new remote working environment. And so we saw a huge opportunity to bring the project-based model that can be done in a remote capacity to break down barriers, to break down geographical barriers, and ensure that all learners and employers that wanted to participate had the opportunity to participate and gain the experience that they needed. And of course, leverage those experiences to land employment opportunities.
Talk to me about some of the projects that students get to embark on. What are some of the memorable ones that stand out in your mind?
Well, if I'm going to talk, so some of the project-based experiences, just to give sort of some categories, we're just seeing a huge amount of, especially small, medium businesses. Often we work a lot with small, medium businesses. They're going through an enormous amount of digital transformation right now. And
right.
The pandemic only just accelerated that. So we're seeing a huge amount of projects in anything technology related. So digital marketing, IT project management, cybersecurity, data analytics. Taking a quick look right here, basically any employer can come onto the platform if they've got a project-based opportunity. They can post it to the platform. There's a whole wide variety of resources here.
Fantastic.
And what's really interesting about this program right here is that to really remove some of the barriers, remove some of the friction in the process that many small, medium businesses face in the traditional recruitment process. In this particular model, Riipen becomes the employer of record. So the organizations launch their projects on Riipen. We take those projects, we post them out, and have students come in and apply with their portfolios of previous projects they've done, usually projects they've done in the curriculum. The employer can then select the student they want to work with. They're tracked through milestones. The employer can provide mentorship, guidance, and finally, once the student is complete the project, Riipen pays that student directly, and that student then gets added to the company's talent pipeline for an upcoming role in their organization.
Amazing. What's the feedback been like from the employers?
Well, basically, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but you can go onto our website and check out our whole wall of love. But really, employers are looking for unique ways to access smart, diverse talent. Talent is everywhere, especially small, medium businesses. Many of them, what we found is they don't necessarily have the campus recruitment teams. They don't necessarily have the infrastructure, but offering a platform that connects them to any post-secondary student across the country to identify the right talent at the right time to work on a skill-specific project, then you have a really exciting opportunity to create value for both you as an organization, to boost productivity, to boost innovation, but also develop the experience in the talent pipelines for upcoming roles in your organization.
Amazing. And I understand my alma mater, York University, was one of your early partners.
Absolutely. So York University Schulich School of Business was one of our first partners. They came on the platform with our curriculum embedded model. So in that model, we partner with higher education institutions, and we empower faculty members to actually bring these industry-sponsored projects and embed them directly into the curriculum. So
I love it.
Absolutely. If you're in a digital marketing class and you're getting your students to do a digital marketing plan, those students can actually do that digital marketing plan, take what they're learning and applying those lessons to a real business challenge an organization is facing, facilitated by their instructor.
I'm thinking of the co-op programs. I'm thinking of high school students, and we host both university and high school students here in work integrated learning. And I really believe that every student should take in high school one semester of co-op, one technical course. I'm going to my high school reunion tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic.
I took 2 years of technical, then pivoted to university stream because they had grease all over my pants, my white painter pants at the time. And that was my TSN turning point, actually. It's pretty funny. So, but no, the value in getting those real life experiences is unparalleled today.
Absolutely, and it's not just valuable to the students who are trying to prepare themselves for the future of work. We see a lot of students are really leveraging. So you said making sure that every student gets one experience. I mean, our vision is every student gets the opportunity to stack multiple experiences, 4, 5, 6, 7 before they graduate.
And you must have a few success stories, no doubt, to share from a student perspective on what they go on to achieve.
Absolutely. I mean, one example in particular is a student from SFU who came on and did projects in their curriculum, gained some real world experience, leveraged that experience, and then many of these projects also offer the opportunity to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Then she went on to go and start her own company called My Travel, and now she's returning as a company and providing project-based opportunities.
That must be really rewarding for you.
Absolutely. It's incredibly rewarding and energizing.
So what's next for you? You're going to be training some 18,000 students with this round? That's enormous.
So this particular program is going to be 18,000 students who are going to get a paid project-based opportunity through the model. That is on top of the 140,000 work integrated learning experiences that we've been able to create to date across our platform.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. But where we see the future going is that there is a huge trend towards shorter, more flexible pathways through education to really support learners and workers through their lifelong learning journey. Mm-hmm. And so we're seeing micro-credentials, industry certifications paired with academic credentials. And we see a huge opportunity there to bring these shorter, more flexible academic pathways require shorter, more flexible pathways to work integrated learning.
You were at the forefront of work integrated learning innovation, my friend. How are you managing growth?
Well, it's exciting. We owe a huge amount to our incredible team. We have very passionate, mission-driven individuals, many of whom we've employed right out of higher education with our own platform, who've come on to do projects and then come on to continue growing in the organization. But really it is, there are so many different applications of project-based experiential learning. So, you really have to evaluate where can you put your resources to make the biggest impact that really aligns with your strategy, your mission, and your values.
Well said. And you're situated now. You went to UVic, and you have an office in BC, in Vancouver, and now in Toronto, our stomping grounds.
That's right. And in fact, actually, since we've moved to a more of a remote work or hybrid work environment, we've grown the team all across North America and a few members down around the globe as well as we continue to grow internationally. We've grown and brought schools on in the UK and Australia and Africa and Europe. So lots of global growth there as well. But really, our Toronto office has outgrown our Vancouver office. So it's super exciting to see the opportunity to continue to grow the team and not necessarily be tied down by your physical location.
Right. No, that's very strategic of you. Well, kudos to you for the recent announcement and the impact you're making on the lives of our future leaders and academia as well. I mean, you're helping systems transform, because it is really about those real world experiences that kids latch onto, where the learning is most impactful, isn't it?
That's exactly right. And I think, there are many learners who face barriers to accessing the traditional work integrated learning experiences. Sometimes that's geographical barriers. Sometimes that's because they have other life commitments. The non-traditional learner, adult learner, might have other life commitments that prevent them from engaging in a full-time placement. What we're very proud of is that with the program that we've launched, Level Up, over 72% of the learners participating come from equity-deserving groups.
Amazing.
And we want to continue to see that grow.
Well, the equitable piece is really compelling. We were just wearing my other hat as the CEO of C21 Canada. We were in Winnipeg for our CEO Academy Summit, exploring truth and reconciliation, equity and diversity. And, we had an action plan that we all kind of took away from that. And it was really enlightening. And, every conversation, you kind of weave it into that, right? And we had a Friday feast today with our members from all over the world. And we talk about diversity being our strength, and it's never been a more exciting time to be immersed in work and learning. And kudos to you again for your leadership. And we're thrilled to have you on today. And any final thoughts to share with our audience?
Well, I think really the final thought that I'll mention here is that what we're learning and hearing and seeing is that talent really is everywhere. And project-based opportunities are very flexible ways of not only delivering experience and supporting your business, but it's a great way to find that talent, assess that talent, and identify those perfect next candidates for upcoming roles in your organization. So if you're interested in benefiting from this program, you can come on to Riipen.com. You can check out how to post a project. You can select from tons of different templates. As mentioned earlier, there's over $36 million of funding to subsidize these types of programs so that the students get paid and it's fully subsidized for the company. So please come check it out.
Awesome.
We've got lots of people who would help you out and get your project started.
What a win-win program. Congratulations again. That was Dana Stephenson, co-founder and CEO of Riipen. My name is Robert Merlacci, the MindShare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.MindShare Learning to get your latest edition. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep the learning curve steep.